some salmon sushi. I don't know what that dip is that came with it. Some shrimp sushi and a mix of salmon avocado and tuna avocado. All right, what is up, you guys? How y'all doing? I got a sushi mukbang for you today. I went to Stew Leonard's. Gotta have the Stew Leonard sushi. This came with, I'm so confused. Why is it dark on the bottom? You see this? What is this? I can't tell what that is. So maybe we'll try it, maybe we won't. So yeah, what was I saying before that sauce threw me off? Oh yeah, I was at Stew Leonard's, went grocery shopping and had to get their sushi. They usually don't have the shrimp sushi, you gotta ask them. But other than that, yeah, so I got some salmon sushi, some shrimp sushi, and a mix of tuna and salmon avocado. Without further ado, let's get some wasabi. How y'all doing? It's very hot in New York City. It's gonna be like 90 degrees on Sunday, and I am stuck indoors working when I could be at the beach. Oh, this table's kind of crooked. My sauce is like dipping down. Sorry, I'm like trying to mix in all the wasabi. Yeah, don't mind my crazy look right now. I've been freaking meal prepping in the kitchen and I'm like sweating. I just did the dishes. And I'm also sore because your girl's been running now. Ooh, I don't know what to eat first. Let's do the salmon. Oh, look at that, you guys. I don't know if it's in focus. Mm-hmm. It's like a mix of the spicy mayo and eel sauce, I think. It's good. I don't know if I'd put it on my salmon sushi though. Oh, it's got a little spicy spice to it. It's very weird. It's throwing me off. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna eat that much just because I've been moving around in the kitchen and I kind of ate a pack of sushi in the car because I couldn't help it. This is my favorite. Alright, let me try it with the sauce. I don't know. Yeah, no. Are you okay? I'm not feeling the sauce at all. So let me tell you, if you have pets, I cannot stress this enough. I mean, obviously if you can afford it, but get pet insurance. It helps out a lot. And my dum butt over here. So Tyler was diagnosed with Addison's disease last month during the lockdown. Addison's disease is basically, it's his adrenal glands. He can't produce certain hormones like cortisol. So when he's stressed, he can't produce the cortisol to calm down, or I guess fight whatever infection, etc. So he needs daily medication pills and hormone shots monthly. So I've been paying out of pocket for these medications, and mind you, these are like monthly refills. It's like a small vial for his hormone shots that usually is good for like 2 shots, and then it's like a month supply of like little daily pills, and it usually comes up to like, you know, around $205 on Chewy. So I've been paying that out of pocket for a year. Why did I just find out that my insurance covers those medications? Excuse me. So now your girl's over here putting in an insane amount of claims through my pet insurance to see if they're going to reimburse the older ones, but I don't think so. But at least moving forward, I know his medication is covered now, because that's steep. But yeah, so basically Tyler's on medication. It's not curable, it's treatable. So he's on medication, and from time to time he needs a full blood work and like his electrolyte panels, just to see, you know, how his levels are, if the medication is doing good, if we can stretch it out further for a couple of more days. Because the shot is it used to be every 28 days, and then now it's pushed to every 30 days. And then, you know, as time progresses, we'll see how much further we can stretch that time out, seeing how his blood work is and everything. But yeah, it was a scary time, because he, at that point last year, first of all, my dog loves to eat. You'd think we would be starving him, but obviously we're not, because he's a chunky boy. But there was a couple of days where, you know, he was just acting really strange. He wasn't eating. But it wasn't at that point, and he was just like always really clingy, extra clingy. He was like close by. He was pretty lethargic. And then after a while, like, he stopped eating. But he was still drinking a little bit. But then it got really strange when he would then start hiding out in the bathroom, and then he wouldn't leave. So then I was like, okay, now he's not eating, now he's not drinking, and now he's hiding in the bathroom, like something's wrong. Obviously it's lockdown. I'm trying to call his primary vet, and the vet's been like booked up. I called 13 different primary vets. They were either all booked up or they weren't taking in new patients. So I had to go to emergency. Luckily, there's a Blue Pearl Vet Emergency Hospital that's like half a mile away from me. So I took him there. It was still a good amount. I think I had to wait 2 hours before they were able to admit him. But yeah, like they couldn't they couldn't really figure out what was wrong with him. I think the first night they're like, oh, he's dehydrated, you know, I think they gave him IV fluids to hydrate him. And then because he wasn't eating, they gave him like it was called Entice. It was like a appetite booster, I guess. So gave him that. I think the next day, like, he still wasn't eating, but he was drinking a little bit of water. But like something still wasn't sitting right with me. So I went back to the emergency room because I think he started throwing up too. I don't remember, but he was like, they checked his blood work again or something. He was still really dehydrated. So they decided to keep him overnight. It was then I think they started running some more tests, because the first vet didn't really know. Like, she was just like, okay, he's just dehydrated, we'll send him home, fluids, whatever. The second vet was like, all right, this is the second visit, he's still really dehydrated. So she started digging around. She's like, I don't know. But then like one of the numbers from his lab work came out funny. So she ran more tests. And then turns out, you know, he has Addison's disease. So then now we knew. So they treated him. But going back to the pet insurance, you know, emergency room ain't cheap. Emergency animal hospitals are not cheap. Just to see the doctor alone is $300. That's not even treatment. That's not even whatever. So, mind you, this guy had, like, he stayed there 2 or 3 nights for the IV fluids, just to watch him, his levels, his blood work, all that. That ran about $12,000. Yes, $12,000. Now, mind you, you still, even with pet insurance, you still have to pay up front first, and then you can, you know, make your claim once you have the invoice and, you know, the notes and everything. But I was like, all right, I know you hear outside voice. I don't know. First of all, like, they don't reimburse you. I know, it was a very scary time. My pockets. They ain't that deep, sir. So anyways, gave him my credit card, charged the $12,000. Mind you, this was like separate billings because I had taken him home, paid one night, and then, you know, whatever. So I think it was like 3 different bills that added up to 12 G's. Because I took him back and forth to the emergency, I think 2 or 3 times. I don't remember. But yeah, so I still didn't know how much the insurance was going to reimburse me because it's a percentage. They still have to, you know, view the claim, approve the claim, la 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 la. In the end, they, I think, reimbursed me. They didn't reimburse me 100%, but I think it was like, I think they covered 8,000 to 9,000 from what I remember correctly, and then the rest was, you know, it wasn't too bad. That's like still 3 G's, which was a lot manageable than 12. So okay. But yeah, that was a really scary time. I was really stressed. I didn't know what was going to happen to him. Yeah. So, like I said, look into pet insurance. I have Nationwide. His premium rate isn't that bad just because, you know, I signed him up like the minute I got him. Like the minute I took Tyler home, he was 8 weeks. I adopted him from North Shore Animal League. When he got home, I think the next day I was just like, yo, I looked up so many insurances, and I think at the time Nationwide works best for me. But yeah, so if you guys do have that extra change, I highly, highly recommend it. Because Lord, that was so stressful. So and yeah, and the reimbursement came pretty quick. I think they viewed my claim within a week, and then the funds went into my account. It's all about you. Give me a heart attack. Yeah, I definitely not gonna eat this all. I'm hot. Seeing how it's warmer weather, people don't generally eat as much, and because it's hot. The salmon, avocado, with brown rice. It's also a lot more filling. And when I got Tyler, excuse me, I think he was a litter of 4. 3 or 4. I remember he had siblings also at North Shore. And I wish I was able to contact like North Shore Animal League and be like, hey, I adopted this dog, 3 years ago. He had siblings. I wonder if you could contact the owners and see if they're in the same boat as me where their dogs also have Addison's disease. But yeah, this Tyler has been through a lot. First of all, he's a Southern pup. Oh, I just like spat out. Sorry, I don't know if the camera caught that. He's a Southern pup. He was from Tennessee. They found him like at a puppy mill. At least that's what North Shore told me. He was in a puppy mill. He had siblings. His sister was wild. His sister was wild, but that's another story. So yeah, these puppy mills, they're not in the best condition. Tyler actually had parvo, which is like really, really like dangerous for puppies because, they don't have that immune system and whatnot. It's like a really deadly virus. Pretty high mortality rate. So like when I got him, his leg, what was it? That's your left? Like, it's shaved, for those IVs and whatnot. So he had like a little bald patch on his leg. So yeah, he had parvo growing up. And then now with this whole thing, Addison's. But he's still such a good boy. Yeah. Oh, pain in the ass sometimes, but But yeah, so when I went to North Shore, I actually saw his sister. And I was like, oh, you interact with them through the what do you call it? I don't want to call it a cage, but essentially, I guess that's what it is. Kennel cage, His sister was wild. She was barking. She was running around all over the place in there. And I was like, oh, nah, relax. And then I saw Tyler. He was so sweet. He was chill. He was chilled out, So I was like, oh, let me take a look at him. And they took him out. I put him on my chest. He was like a little nugget. Oh my God, he was so small. He was like, I think 5 or 6 pounds when I got him. He was like she was like chilled out, put him on chest. He just like snuggled in my chest, and I was like, oh. I put him down on the table, and he just wanted to snuggle. And I was like, oh, this is the one, right? And they told me, he's a beagle mix. He's not gonna grow. He's probably gonna grow like 30 pounds. I was like, all right, 30 pounds, all right. I don't know. His paws kind of, they're not huge, but they're pretty big. They judge how big they go and get with how big their paws are when they're a puppy. So 30 pounds, whatever. Guess how much this guy is right now? Well, minus the fact that he's chunky, but this guy is 70 pounds. And I was like, nah, he has to be like mixed with some big ass dog, because beagles are not supposed to be this goddamn big. So I did one of those DNA test on him, and turns out I wonder if I still have the picture of the test. He's mostly blue tick coonhound, beagle. There was a little bit Shar-Pei in him, which I thought that was odd. And then like they just like copped out and mixed a bunch of working dogs in a group together. So, but for the most part, he's a hound mix. So every time people see him, they're like, "Oh my god, he's such a beautiful dog. What is he?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's a hound mix." And leave it at that, because not a lot of people know what the fuck a blue tick coonhound is. Oh, they're so cute. Their ears are so floppy. Anyways, so yeah, that's my bit. Get pet insurance, because it does save you a lot of money. It is 100% worth it. In my book. I guess I should finish the salmon. Because at least with the shrimp, I can save that for tomorrow. Yeah. Damn, I'm so sad because I got all this sushi and I'm not even that hungry. I mean, I ate when I got in the car before we drove off. I think it was like almost 1. I had a spicy salmon brown rice roll. And because it's brown rice, I feel like it definitely fills you up a lot more, and it like, lasts throughout the day. So now I'm sad that I can't eat all of this. There's also a lot of rice with the sushi, so. That's crazy. Someone's like dying outside coughing. I hate ginger. So gross. So gross. Ugh. I don't know who coughing their life away outside right now, but it don't sound like your mouth is closed. Nasty. Oh, you have here? Well, I'm cool with that. Oh man, yeah, I think this is gonna be my last bite. Sorry guys, I thought I'd eat a lot more. I still got a good amount of meal prepping to go left. So a little quick casual little sushi mukbang, as well as it's been informative about Tyler's life. I hope you guys are eating something yummy, or you grabbing something to eat later. Have a good day. It's still bright outside, it's still gonna be very warm. Stay cool, drink lots of water. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one, guys. I have so much energy still. When is it nap time for you? Like my videos? Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It helps a lot, you guys. Have a good one. Till then, later. Peace.